Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today's going to be a fun project. Actually, the project is done, and I'm just going to get this thing wrapped up. Tomorrow I'm going to be delivering it. I will put a photo up here of the finished project. So a little backstory. When we were working on the barn last fall, one of the days that Eric was out, Matt's friend, that he does actually a business worth also, came out and said we need to do a barn quilt for Matt, and we need to try to do his face that he puts on his t-shirts, and he's got on the telehandler and stuff. So I said, well, I don't have an image, so let me see what I can do. And I kind of reached out and I talked to a couple of different people. I talked to Mark Lindsay of Mark Lindsay CNC, and he had a scanned image. He did send me a DXF, and then a little while later, when Brad, the camera person, came out with all the stenciling for the telehandler, I asked him, I said, do you actually have a really good, because we didn't have the original file, and he would have had the original file to work off rather than a scanned image. Go ahead and clean it up. So Mark did send me stuff, but then Brad sent me a DXF file cleaned up in full size up to 4x8, or excuse me, 4x4, to fit on the piece of exterior MDF that I have, Marilite, I think it's called. Can't remember. I'll try to put a link in here or a description someplace about it. But it's basically an exterior MDF that you can carve. It's made for signboards and a lot of stuff, so it can sit up on the exterior of the building. Then I didn't have my CNC at home, so it took a while to get that back. Got busy, blah, blah, blah. So now we are in the middle of January of a project that was originally going to be done in the fall. And now I've got it all done. I went ahead and lost a bunch of the images of the actual carving. I've got a little bit that I'll put up here in just a few seconds because for some reason the camera didn't cooperate and I wasn't going to go back and recarve it. So used the Yeti SmartBench, carved that out after a couple of test pieces. And then from there, actually first thing I did is I put a primer, two coats of exterior white paint on that. And then I put the ore mask on there to mask it off so I could fill it. And I didn't have it glued set down right or whatever, but it just shredded it and made a big old mess. So instead of doing it that way, I ended up pulling that up, carving it out, and then we went in by hand and did the relief after we cut it out, painted that in black, and then came back afterwards and I poured some epoxy, some leftover epoxy I had with a black tint, cleaned it all up. It's ready to go out. So tomorrow, Matt thinks I'm coming out there to have him give me a hand to work on my truck. And hopefully it'll be a surprise when he opens up the tailgate and sees his face. So let's see how it goes. All right, so we've got the paint on. I end up just doing the painting the inside black before we pour the epoxy. the masking just did not work. It just tore all the shreds, and I took it off. So, and we're only 0.02 thick here, so less than 1/4 inch, excuse me, 0.2 of an inch. So I was concerned that the epoxy wouldn't be dark enough. So at this point, I can just do a clear epoxy over the whole thing. So I'll let this dry overnight, and then we'll go ahead and get it poured. All right, so I've got some of this de-pour epoxy from the last project, and then I've got some of the trans-tint black dye I'm going to use. So I'm just going to mix this up, see how far I get. Hopefully it's enough to get all this covered and get a level surface, and then we'll go from there. All right, so there's the finished product. Got a little bit of dust on there. It's been in the shop here a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with that overall. The epoxy doesn't exactly lay in there evenly because it was not quite level, but it potentially is going to be 20 feet in the air. So I think it looks pretty good from here, and we'll see if Matt wants to put it. The idea is to put it up on the gable end of the barn. Whether that's going to fly or not, I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. So, yeah, looking pretty good. Are you ready?
I guess so. I don't know.
This should be a repeat.
Oh, you got me signed up. I'm here for it. Oh, Jesus. What the hell is this? What? You got so much free time. Oh, my God. Oh, should you get little pieces and everything? Where am I going to put this? On the wall up here somewhere?
Eric's idea was it goes on the outside of the barn.
Let's see if it'll fucking kill me.
You think so?
I mean, do it as a prank. I mean, that would be fine, but
Ain't gonna fly?
it wouldn't last very long.
So
Put it on that side, you never know.
yeah. So when Eric came and helped me with the windows,
Yeah.
this is Eric's idea.
Of course it is.
And then
Let's get to a good freaking news.
he's been on meetings, like, so then Brad shows up with this stuff, and I'm like, and so I'm like, because I talked to Mark Lindsay,
Yeah.
he had one of your stickers. I didn't even have a sticker,
What?
so I actually stole the sticker one of it. And I like scanned it in. And was
I
like,
had some.
I know, but I never had one.
Give me some.
I know you could.
I could have given you the freaking file for this.
I don't want to ask you for the file for this, because then you're like, what are you gonna do?
You could have made up some bullshit thing like I'm gonna.
Like I work on my truck?
So we're not gonna do the truck?
What? Had a crack next to it on the one side, behind the driver's door.
That's pretty sneaky. You know it's not on, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's not flashing red as recording.
That's because the black tape is over.
Oh my God, you did that too?
Yeah, I can't.
It blends right in too, because it's like right at the shadow line.
Yep, I was.
Damn it. You think I would know by now?
Nope.
No? Still bested me.
Yay!
Alright, we're gonna find a place for this.
Here, let's show the camera.
This is... Holy shit, that's huge.
It's mat size.
Yeah, like... a whole torso. Holy crap, that's big. Okay. I'm here for this. That's a lot of mat.
It's a lot of mat. So yeah, so this is, and this is actually rated. It's got
Exterior?
it's exterior
Yeah.
and it's exterior grade paint on it.
I gotta find some good spot for it.
I'm thinking that.
Oh my God.
I was trying to think
We'll do that for a bit, and then I'm gonna hear about it.
no, on the inside.
Oh, that's fine.
No, I'd like, because we were like, I know that ain't gonna fly. It ain't gonna fly.
It's ready enough as here to begin with the whole building.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
so Mark Lindsay had scanned. He scanned his thing and he sent me the XF. Brad showed up and I'm like, so I pulled Brad off to the side.
Brad's got the file.
Right. So Brad made the file for me.
Oh my god.
So.
Alright, so everybody's collaborating.
So it's not. I'm just the executor of it.
Okay, alright, yeah. Spread the credit a little bit. Alright. Okay. Yeah, well, that's good. My patch is gonna be kind of small in here.
I mean, the details, like part of it was like working on the details, like so when I did it, so so we painted the back black, and then I deep poured epoxy in here. But it's like, okay, it's low here, it's level there. I'm like, when it gets to be,
I can't even see that now.
I know. And when I was working on it, actually, this is where I put wood into it when it was still soft. I was trying to cover it, and then the wood dripped into it when it was like 3/4 set.
That's always something with you.
And I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? So the girls helped me clean it. The inside.
The whole freaking family project.
Yep.
The hobby.
I need something to do.
So, yeah, that's what the problem is. Nothing else to do.
This one's been a little while coming.
Apparently, like 3 months.
All right, I think we're going to wrap this one up here. That was a lot of fun putting this together for Matt, and you'll find a place in the barn for it. And yeah, so anyway, we will see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.